Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake, and welcome back to Space Engineers, where we are joined with Adam
Possibly.
after his his rage of me
Just
destroying his
general
ship.
So you guys are probably not going to see my ship for a very, very long time, because what Jake did is he spawned in an old mining hauler, and I'm slowly rebuilding the horde from memory.
From scratch.
Oh god, I hate the jump drive.
What? I was jumping while you were talking. Yeah, we're going to investigate the strong unknown signal because it might be likely. Well, I think it's more likely that you'll be able to get something from it. Either that, or you just see it from anywhere. So actually, Tom would be able to see this.
Which could be worrying, but if Tom could get somewhere without the game crashing because he's currently smelting too much iron.
Yeah, he has 40 arc furnaces, which is highly inefficient, by the way. What you should be doing is using advanced refineries, since those are the jam. I'm going to retrofit the ship with advanced refineries and assemblers when I get the chance.
It's small enough. I wonder if this signal is small enough if we can send whatever the thing is through the middle of the rover.
We might be able to. I'm not going to do that though, because it's most likely that it's got its own thrusters and gyros, and it's going to attempt to run away from us. Because some of them do, some of them don't. All of them are equipped with parachutes though. Right.
Which is just weird to me. Right, okay.
No, don't get out yet. We're slowing down. Unless you want to.
Turn on the inertial dampers.
Turn on relative inertia dampeners. Right. Right, you want to get closer. It's showing an antenna, which might be fun. Careful not to kill yourself. Ooh, it's got solar panels. It's got engines, so it is going to attempt to move. Okay. You know where it says strong unknown signal?
Yep.
Press a button.
Try luck and get a new item. You did not find anything to it. Damn it.
It's not letting me try. Well, that's rubbish.
There's one per.
Right. Grind one of the steel plates down, and then place down a nanite deconstruction beacon. It's got components that I want, solar panels in particular.
Okay. Nanite construction for the nation.
Deconstruction.
Face construction. And steel plates. Give me steel plates. Can anybody find me some more steel plates?
Right, let's...
I'm butchering that song.
Yeah, nanite factory is engaged. Fun times ahead. Okay, so a bit of an update of what I've done previously. I went mining, and I worked out how to automate our assemblers. Noting that if you look over here, we can see that 2 of our assemblers are building interior plates. It changes quite significantly. So basically what you do is you go find your assemblers and then put Tim auto tag in there. Same as you do with refineries. And they will automatically build the thing that's lowest in quota. So,
there's an enhanced welder in here.
Is there? Interesting. Yeah.
It's like 1 uranium.
Yeah, that's kind of not useful. So basically this thing is going to attempt to build anything. If you see a hyphen next to, where the number of assemblers building it should be, that means that it's on hold because I don't have the resources for it. Over here, we can see that we're out of silicon, nickel, and we're kind of low on cobalt.
I'd lend you some of the resources you spawned in, but that would be cheating because you broke my damn ship in space.
Yes.
I'm not going to forgive him for this, guys. He's not getting forgiveness.
So Thomas just... no, don't kill me. We have an agreement, Adam. You don't kill me using grinders, or welders, or kinetic using your own body. Don't kill me full stop. Not whilst I'm recording. Unless I allow you to. But yeah, so Tom has just, processed...
Broken himself.
process 21,000 iron ore because he's a madman.
What are you planning for the front of the rover, by the way?
A proper bridge section. Currently, it's just open so that I can get in and out easily.
I
Anyway,
know, but the open is just makes it look unfinished. It's annoying.
it makes it look unfinished because it is unfinished. Anyway, what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to grab a few steel plates. Yeah, I know you did.
God damn it. I'm not even going to try and get my body back. It was moving far too quickly.
Yeah. So what we're going to do today is we are going to build a assembly port. Well, kind of an upgrade to our assemblers, since the amount of assemblers we have isn't enough to build anything in a real situation. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this the furthest back port docking ring, docking bay, docking clamp into a new module, which I believe I explained previously. So we're going to be following the same shape as this, so this goes down. And then what we want is, instead of this just going completely down, we want to get rid of this.
Oh yeah. Basically, for the sake of recording, me and Jake are staying in the same faction for the time being. In actuality, we're basically two separate factions at this point.
Yeah, that's useful. Yeah, so if we have this, there's another unknown signal that's close by if you want to investigate.
That's 20 kilometers out.
Here it is.
Yeah, let's go investigate. We might as well.
Well, you can go investigate, I'm building. And if you want to go mining as well, that'll be useful. Noting that the mining ship does have a jump drive so you can get back here. Just make sure
I hate using the jump drive.
You don't... Stop being a Luddite.
I'm not a Luddite, Jake.
You
I'm
are.
just a simple man with simple pleasures, such as killing Jake.
You're a Luddite. Anyway,
Your face is a Luddite, Jake. Your face is a Luddite.
good one. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves a floor to work with, which will be this area, and then I want to... What?
Tom pushed a button, I'm guessing.
Why did you lag for a bit? Because I'm not
Quite
lagging.
a bit, yes. I'm getting 50 milliseconds of ping. My internet is... oh yeah, I'm in a new room, so my internet connection may be incredibly unstable.
No,
On the other hand,
it is
more
terrible.
isolated, so I don't need to be stupid.
Your internet connection is currently terrible.
There's my face, but we don't talk about that.
Anyway, so we've got that.
Now, how do jump drives work? Let's find out.
You go into the control panel and then you select the jump drive and then you select the destination coordinate, which will be the unknown signal, except for the fact that you can't jump drive there because it's below 5 kilometers distance. So just fly there using the mining ship.
It's at 20 kilometers.
No, it isn't. It's
Yeah.
1.9 kilometers away.
No, there's another one that I can't see the one that's 1.9.
Interesting.
The one that I'm seeing is 20 kilometers out.
That is very interesting.
Also,
There's a ship there if you want to
ooh,
fight it.
no,
'Cause-
that's not the one that doesn't have guns. We're unarmed. Well, Jake's unarmed. The mining hauler he spawned in for me is actually pretty well armed.
Well, yeah, it's using the same armaments that it had previously.
The armaments, the same
Though
armaments.
I did make sure to take away the ammunition for it. So
I'm
you're
working on
going
it.
to have to get the ammunition back for it. Anyway,
Yeah. I mean, the resources are far enough anyway.
do we want to switch
What
over?
is
Yeah, we'll switch over. Okay, so if we do that, and then we set this guy. Noting that these 2x1 slopes are probably going to get destroyed, but I'm using them for measurement. Someone did something bad. I'm going to guess Tom did something. Either that or a massive ship spawned in. That happens constantly.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's Tom in this case because he seems to be causing things.
Yes. Anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to have some kind of octagonal, kind of octagonal, but actually it's got 12 sides to it. So deal with me not doing it properly. What we're going to have is this, and inside here we're going to have assemblers, more assemblers. Possibly use advanced assemblers since we do have, well, will have the resources for it by the time that I get round to it. So yeah.
Yeah, no signals, coordinates.
Careful you don't go too far in that.
Recharge material set, current set. It's not letting me jump.
No, it won't because you're too close.
No, I'm too close to the ship, I think.
Too close to what? This ship?
Yeah, the signal I'm going to is 24 kilometers out, Jake.
It shows up. Are you sure it exists?
I'm pretty sure it exists.
Because I'm not seeing it.
Spawned while I was over working on the Horde. Mark II.
Ah.
I'm probably going to name it something different from the Horde. Because use my theme of naming it Turtles.
Yes.
I'll probably name it Leatherback then.
Okay, so this is going to be the regular prism of each module. Some of the modules may look different, so the hangar module will probably have a different end. Maybe it will be bigger. Who knows? Probably,
Okay, so
probably future me.
I'm not actually sure that exists, so I'm going to do other things instead.
Okay.
What materials do you desperately need? I know you're low on silicon.
If you go to the LCDs in the bridge, in the left-hand side of the right-hand side of the bridge.
The reason I asked is I'm already traveling to an asteroid.
Well, I guess you could use the antenna to double check them, but that's going to be a bit too hard for you, isn't it?
I could also remote control the ship to kill you.
No, you can't because there is no remote control. We need silicon, we need nickel, and we need
totally
iron.
Remote control.
We definitely need iron.
Nick, you have an antenna. You can control your ship from wherever the hell I want.
You can't control it. You can't pilot it remotely unless you have a remote control block. You can mess with the systems, but then again, I could just, stop you from doing anything.
You removed the remote control block that I stuck on there.
When did you stick a remote control block on here?
5 episodes ago when you weren't looking.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, because you completely rebuilt most of the rover, didn't you?
Yes, I did. So, have fun with that. Right, so if we do this, that means we can get rid of this entire wall.
You see, I don't just break his stuff and kill him.
No, sometimes you're smarter than that.
Sometimes.
Okay, so if we have this, noting that it will probably be one of the only modules nearly directly connected to the ship, except from on the other side, then we want to sort out the this top section first, and then the bottom section is identical to the top section, so it should be fine. Right, so if we get slopes, we go along here, and then we get lovely Mr. Corner, and do that. Right, we get rid of all of this. No, don't get rid of this stuff yet. We do that. We go get the inverted corner. We replace this guy with this. Yeah, that could work. Okay, so if we do that.
Go to space in the depths of space. I'm going to hit Jake in the face.
What a lovely sentiment. Except that I don't want that to happen, do I? No.
Right, Jake, the reason I asked is because literally I have no way of telling. So there's iron here, ice here, lag here. Oh god. Tom. Stop weaponizing latency.
It's not his fault. I think.
I think the game just crashed.
No, it hasn't. Yours might have, in which case I'm going to laugh at you, but Mine hasn't.
You can laugh at me. You lost your damn mining ship. Yeah.
Were you moving at the time?
It was moving to the right. I shouldn't hit anything. Please don't die.
Right. Okay, we're going to need to get ourselves the armor ramp. Specifically this one. Right, so if we have that like that, that should make our job easier. Okay. What?
So I mysteriously died.
Lovely. So you've lost my mining ship, right?
I don't think I've lost it. I think the mining ship itself is fine, and
Where is it?
I don't know.
Right.
Can we still see it beacon?
No, we can't.
No.
You know how we can see it, though?
Which means it's probably dead.
I can see uranium ingots, Adam.
Fucking it. Happened. It just froze.
Did you destroy my mining vessel?
Might have.
Lovely. That's not going to be easy to replace. I may have to steal the one that I gave to you.
Good luck finding it. I think that was lodged in an asteroid somewhere as well.
Oh my god. What is it with you and piloting ships? And people say that I'm...
I
no.
do it while Tom's online, so the latency hits the roof and then I freeze.
Ah, blaming it on Tom, are we?
No, I'm blaming it on the latency. It just happens to be Tom that generates the latency.
I think it's your internet connection. Anyway.
Internet.
Alright, let's get rid of these guys. We'll change the interior later, but I want to make sure that the exterior looks sorted, in a sense. If we have that, we're going to have some fun trying to get this working. Okay, so if we have this, flip these around. What's the point in which I start? Okay, so here's the point in which I start going back inwards. So if I do that, ignoring everything else, I then need this to go inwards. Which we can. Pretty easily by going here, getting this one, and then getting rid of this block, even though it's going to be there anyway. Flip this over. You know, if I could rotate things, place it there, and that should be that. Yeah, that looks fine. Noting that I've got to do the same on the other side, but we can do that later. Okay, so now that we've done that, we then need to do the same for making sure that this disappears at the middle.
Wait, I can see the mining ship.
Good, you're not going to die.
Oh my god.
What did you do?
I don't even know how it ended up where it did. It's... Oh my god. What even happened to this thing? I didn't hit anything.
It looks like you did.
It looks like I did. I swear I did not.
Wonderful. So, hey, at least the jump drive's there. So... Okay, that's going to be fun.
It's there, but it's...
Make sure it's not moving. Luckily, we do still have the reactor there, and I want to disassemble that so that we can rebuild it, because most of the materials are still there. The jump drive especially, since that's the expensive bit. Okay.
The jump drive is the thing I was worried about losing.
Right.
Get a buff out, Jack. Get a buff out. It has no engines currently.
Anyway. So, what would
You
we
want to
want?
swing the rover back over here and we'll...
I'll swing it over. I just need to finish displaying whatever I'm doing. I'll
We
finish.
don't actually have a cockpit.
I don't. It doesn't need a cockpit. You just stay there. I'll bring the rover over and we can repair, disassemble, whatever. But I need to do something first. So if we do that.
I have no idea why I died. Oh, there is uranium over here, though.
Yeah, I saw it on the radar. Hey, you know that thing that said that you said was completely useless and you'd never
I didn't
use?
say it was I didn't say it was completely useless. I said it was useful, but gives me a massive headache.
Ah, yeah. Well, that's something that there needs to be a fix for, which will probably happen due to people complaining about it. Okay, so
Now we know why they were floating uranium ingots everywhere.
No, I went, oh, there's floating uranium ingots. And then I instantly go, there's not supposed to be any floating uranium ingots here, Adam. So
Okay,
you've broken my ship.
I've learned an important lesson.
Don't.
If Tom is doing anything with his bloody furnaces, I'm not allowed to fly a ship.
No, it's just that don't go directly towards asteroids.
I didn't. I actually parked it with the inertial dampers on here, and then all of a sudden it's in a cliff down over there.
Excuses.
Explain.
Right, okay, so that's probably going to look fine for now. I may want to decide to improve this slightly. Yeah, hang on.
Oh yeah, by the way, as I've said, we're basically going to be splitting up into two sort of semi-independent factions.
Well, you can think of it that way.
Yeah, we're going to stay in the same faction for the most part. I'm going to go find this unknown signal.
Have fun, dear.
The main idea is because Tom has been basically doing things on his own. It's not really fair on him for us to do things and all that.
You know how much server time he gets? He gets significantly more because I've got other things to do.
So do I. I've been moving room
Yes.
and furniture.
And I'm oh, I've run out of oxygen. Okay. I was wondering why I was dying. That'll do for now. Yeah, so if we have it like that, we replace these. We're going to need to replace these as well. What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Okay.
Like, literally, I'm doing nothing except moving very slowly towards an unknown signal because the lag.
Yeah, he's weaponized lag, alright. No, I don't want heavy armor, I want light armor, thank you. I don't have the option to use heavy armor at this point, unlike some people.
There's a probe with a small reactor. Okay.
They usually happen.
I mean, I'm debating whether or not it's actually worth trying to grind this thing down. Most of me saying it's not.
Okay, so I'm going to work on this design a bit more, and we'll be back in a second once we've rescued Adam. Okay, so we're back, and I've done some more tinkering with the design, and we're going to show you. So if we go outside, we can see this is what I ended up with. We've got, it's a 2x1 deal all the way round for the top and bottom layers, and then on the inside it's 1x1, and then it's flat on the most inside layer. We've got this coming out here. So that
ship.
no, we don't. You destroyed it, remember?
Yeah, it went bad.
Anyway,
I'd like to point out, not my fault.
it is
High latency.
definitely your fault.
I'd also like to point out that whenever Jake crashes something, he always says it's definitely not his fault.
That's because I can appropriate that to I'm thinking of something else at the time.
End of the universe.
Hey, that wasn't my fault, okay? How was I supposed to expect me going to 10 to the 71th power light years away from Mars, right? That's never supposed to happen. That's the largest number in that. Can you stop? You have something better to do. Get me a new mining ship.
I really don't want to. Okay, let's. How do I build these platforms? Like, I don't use projectors often enough to know this. Do I build it out on the rover, or do I?
So since you're building a small grid, you need a small grid projector,
Okay.
which means you need to build a small ship. That small ship needs a projector, a reactor, and some form of keeping itself together. And then once you've done that, you then get the projector and then tinker with the properties of that projector until you've got the blueprint where you want it to be placed, and then you activate the nanite factory to project.
I will build the tiny piddly ship, because you're the one that's going to have to do that because you have the blueprint.
Yeah, if you build the piddly ship, I recommend that you get the blueprint for it anyway. So yeah, we've got this lovely little pod here, and what we're going to do now is we're going to plan out where we want things to go. So temporarily I'm going to disable the nanite factory, much to Adam's dismay.
Your face is dismay.
Good. And at least that worked properly. So
your face is Teresa's dismay.
Could you stop?
Right. Well, so cockpit.
Okay. So I'm going to need some interior plate first, because we're also going to be placing the connectors. So grab some interior plate, fly back over here. Okay. So, under here, noting that we're going to keep this, I'm going to change how this is later. Okay, we're going to have connectors. Noting that, whatever business is going on here will change. I just need to think of a way to do that. So, we've got conveyor junctions that go out here. Right? What we want is we want an efficient way to have as many assemblers as possible. Right? So one way that we could do that is we could have a conveyor here that then has an assembler on top, right? So we have two conveyors here. We have an assembler on top. So let's go get assembler. Noting that I'll change this when we start using advanced assemblers. We place the assembler on top, like so, right? And then we go like this all the way to the ceiling. Okay, that gives us about 7. And then of course we have modules and do all of that. You've seen that before. And then we do the same with this. So we go here. In fact, we don't need those. We can just have assembler here. Okay. Now it may not be the most efficient in terms of assemblers, but I don't give a damn at this point. So we can have basically 2 batteries of 8 assemblers outfitted with the modules that we want, which will give us 16 in total. And then the other side, we can set up an additional 4. So we can go here, we can swap this around, we can go up here 4, and then we can go 8. And hey presto, we've got a lot more assemblers to use, right? Right, good. Now this section here, okay, this section here, we're going to be using this as a kind of, gap. I may place something random in here that it may be... Adam.
That wasn't on purpose, you stop moving.
Why are you going down there at the speed of sound?
I wasn't, I was moving 30 meters a second, I wasn't even moving at 300.
Oh my god, you're such a jackass.
I am not. I was not deliberately trying to kill you that time.
Uh-huh.
That time.
Right, give me a second.
I'm not even traveling through that fast. God damn it, Jake.
Right, I've got everything.
I think it's made the ceiling so low and there's no gravity, so it's really easy to just drift off and die.
I think you're making excuses because I haven't killed myself on this thing. Whereas you've died like several hundred times. Anyway, so this gap here, where there used to be a window, here.
Jake's face here.
Shut up. We're gonna have something here. Maybe airlock, like a proper exit airlock. Maybe have a connector so that we can connect to other ships. That is to be determined. Okay, so with this, That should be good. And that just means that all we need to do is add the modules, which I believe we might have somewhere. Right, let's add modules. So we want speed modules, basically. We can upgrade these to different kinds of modules later, but for now, we'll stick with regular speed modules. So, as you can see, it's going to be quite a lot of components in order to make sure that all of this is completed, but it should be good enough. Now, we've got an extra space back here for anything that I might want to add. Not sure if I want to add anything on there just yet. I may use it for extra space.
Did you put the night control victory on?
No.
Okay, I'm going to turn it on, because this is going to make building the ship faster.
Okay. Sweet.
And it really doesn't use up as much power after you've got a couple of mods on it.
Oh, like I've been saying this entire time.
I know, I'm admitting that you are correct.
Good. You should get used to it.
Your face is incorrect, though.
I'm not sure how that's even a statement.
Relevant, possible.
Never mind. I want out. God damn it. Right, okay. So out there, everything's getting assembled. All good. We can seal this up. Right, we don't need to see this, so we're going to seal this up as well. Which means that the only way into this area would be through here, and we all know how that ends. So last thing that we need to do is we need to go into here, we need to get assemblers, and then we need to... No. Select this, select all, save, on, off. Okay, and so now assemblers, we then want to get this, and we want to hit them all auto. Actually, no, you know it's much easier. Copy. We're going to have them all with the same name because now I don't care how much we have. We can get rid of the assemblers that we currently have in the in the engine room if I want to. Just to think. So with all of this, it should mean that we have all of the assembler capacity we need in order to build the components we need. So that's kind of done. No, in practice, actually. The speed at which we'll build them, that could be improved if we used advanced assemblers, but we've got plenty of assemblers, so it's fine. So that should be that. They all now use the script, and now all we're waiting for is all the modules. So let's go get modules. And we're going to add all of these to here. Save, off in terminal. Right, and then we should have just a few of these. We're going to put these to TIM LCDs off in terminal. Jump drive 2. I'm going to keep it like that. We're going to go off in terminal, jump drive 2. Reactor backup, nano repair factory doesn't, nano repair beacon doesn't need to be there. Timer TIM. Program TIM.
Tim plays for days and days.
I'm just going to say TIM blocks, okay? Much easier. And then we can get rid of TIM LCDs. Okay, that allows us to turn off all of the TIM blocks if we want to, which is good. Anyway, that should give us all of the power of this fully operational battle station. If we run over to our sorting system, our interface sorting system, you could see that we're not producing anything since we don't have the iron for it. I wonder why we don't have the iron for it.
Silence groundwalker.
What?
Silence groundwalker.
Okay. So if we get iron for it, then this stuff should start to become off hold, I guess. Once it goes around enough cycles. As we can see, iron is increasing. We've got 2.8. Now we've got 27 assemblers attempting to build motors. Lovely.
Behold, one of the 57,896 derpy creations of Adam.
What? Oh my god, what have you done?
Just a very small ship that for some reason looks like an eyeball.
Huh? As a projector, right?
Yeah.
As an antenna, right?
No,
Okay, this is gonna be fun.
you stick one on. It's fine.
Give me access to the cockpit.
I will in a second. Keep your potato face on.
Why do we need a large reactor?
I'm gonna call it Argus. Because I wanted a large reactor. I wasn't sure how much power like the projector took.
Uh-huh.
Okay. There's the radar. Antenna, not radar.
I need access to the cockpit in order to do something.
Whee.
If you crash into the rover, your pilot's
That
license
bad
is
a
being
driver.
disqualified.
Okay, so industrial compat. Share with faction.
You've forgotten something.
What have I forgotten?
You've forgotten thrusters that stop you from going upwards.
Good point. Cool. Easily sorted.
I'll leave you to that. Anyway, so that is an additional module on top of our ship, which should allow us to produce a ridiculous amount of stuff. We'll revamp it when we start building advanced assemblers, since they're going to be more efficient in terms of script usage and resources. But until then, my name has been Zero Jake. End transmission.